11 Local First.
An Ephrata man is convicted of having over 800 images of child pornography on his cell phone, plus this.
The Lancaster County Prison continued to make improvements in 2017. I'm Brendan Leslie, and I'll tell you what they're doing to make it a better facility.
But we begin tonight with record-breaking February weather. Good evening. I'm Holly Harris. Shannon Murphy has the night off. The last time temps reached 75 degrees on the 21st day of February was almost 90 years ago. Today reached 81. But there wasn't any time to waste asking questions today, as many took sick days or found any excuse really to head out for a taste of spring.
It's a beautiful day out, might as well take advantage of it.
Today's high temperature of 81 degrees shattered the record for February 21st, originally set in 1930.
I can't believe we're out without jackets. I mean, I made the kids put sweaters on, but they're probably going to take them off pretty soon.
Families made any excuse to clear their schedules and spend time in the warmth and fresh air.
At first she was worried about getting dirty, but I said, get dirty. Doesn't matter, who cares?
Sue and her granddaughter Parker were in t-shirts and bare feet, typical attire for a day at the beach. And while Lidditz Springs Park isn't exactly the shore, they take what they can get.
I'm going to dread tomorrow when it's back down in the 40s, and so will she, because now she knows outside.
The ducks often draw people to the park, but today was all about this beauty, named Kamikaze, a 7-month-old conure with a love for people and his owner, David.
It's nice to see how the kids react, and people, can we take pictures? Can we take videos? By all means, that's what it's about.
The sights and sounds were a nice break from winter, if even for a day, but there's no excuse needed for ice cream. Lunchtime called for a sweet treat.
Our son lives in Montana. They have 20 inches of snow, and it's 9 below.
And you're here eating ice cream in the middle of February.
Right.
But in case today made you forget, winter isn't over.
I think we shouldn't get used to this yet.
So how long will this spring-like weather stick around? Meteorologist Dave Allen has more in our first look at the forecast.
First Look Weather is brought to you by Weaver's Banquet Facility in Adamstown, customizing your personal and professional banquets for over 20 years.
Well, Holly, these temperatures and the weather, it's not going to last much longer. Things will be going downhill, and I'm talking about temperatures as we head through the night into tomorrow. In fact, temperatures tomorrow might be close to 40 degrees lower than what we saw today. Now, we're talking normal temperatures, a little bit above normal. Now, as far as records go for today, I'll be talking about that, including a monthly record. Yeah, stick around. Holly.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, in other news, an Ephrata man is convicted of having over 800 images and 10 videos of child pornography on his cell phone. A Lancaster County jury convicted 44-year-old Louis Soto of 4 felony counts regarding a search back on January 31st that uncovered the images and videos. In all, he was convicted of 3 counts of sexual abuse of children and a single count of criminal use of a communication facility. Soto is being held at the Lancaster County Prison on $50,000 bail and will be sentenced after a background check is complete. Caught on camera, Northern Regional Police are hoping someone can help them identify this man. They say the suspect seen on your screen broke into a business in Penn Township earlier this month and is facing charges including burglary and auto theft. If anyone recognizes the suspect, you are asked to contact authorities. And a similar story over in Mannheim. Police are investigating a burglary at an auto reconditioning facility located on Lancaster Road. Police say someone broke into the building over the weekend and stole cash and other items valued at around $600. An elderly couple went missing Sunday, but have been found safe and sound. West Lampeter Township Police say 81-year-old Lloyd Ryan and 78-year-old Beverly Ryan were both found in New Jersey Tuesday evening. Police say the couple traveled to an industrial complex asking for an employee for help because they were lost. The two went missing Sunday afternoon after traveling west from their home in West Lampeter Township to New Holland to meet with family for lunch. Both were taken to a local hospital as a precaution. Commissioner Josh Parsons has worked extremely hard with the Lancaster County Prisons Warden to improve the facility now for the 3rd straight year they didn't have a suicide. Our Brendan Leslie joins us live in the Control Center to help explain how they had a successful 2017. Brendan.
Holly, the prison had a pretty successful 2017 with improvements across the board, most noticeably another year without an inmate suicide, and it's all thanks to great leadership from the warden and commissioner.
We had a serious suicide problem, and we've worked hard on it, and we have not had any since we took over.
That's 3 years and counting without an inmate suicide at the Lancaster County Prison, which has been the main focus since Commissioner Josh Parsons took over the prison board.
I came into office in 2016. The warden came in shortly after I did, and that was one of our focal points. Obviously, it's bad for the inmates, but also bad for staff and for the taxpayer.
When there's a suicide in the prison, a lawsuit usually follows it, suing the county, in which the taxpayer foots the bill. Being able to go all of 2017 without one is a huge accomplishment.
We've made the physical plant safer and more secure. We've also focused very hard on seriously mentally ill inmates and dealing with them in an appropriate manner. And we've also worked very hard with our staff and provided extra training.
They're in the trenches, so we're listening to them. And we're not just talking correctional staff, treatment staff, all staff within the building. We're listening, and we're making progress in those areas.
I think one thing we're proud of is Prison Stat, which is our program whereby we analyze many different metrics within the prison. We do that publicly. We do that at public open meetings.
The warden uses the results from those Prison Stat meetings as educational tools.
I'm not so much for the discipline end of it. I want to educate the staff and make sure that they know and they understand what's expected of them, you know.
On top of all of that, assaults, use of force by correctional officers, and contraband getting into the prison all decreased last year.
I don't think one should ever get comfortable. You know, we're always extending our efforts and, you know, enhancing what we have and, you know, dissecting things, looking at them.
The commissioner also told me they continue to explore every option of whether to build a whole new prison or have the nearly 150-year-old building undergo a complete makeover. But for now, reporting live in the Control Center, I'm Brendan Leslie. Holly, back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Brendan. Another retail giant is moving locations in Lancaster County. According to Lancaster Online, Best Buy is going to be moving into the Red Rose Commons. The business, currently located on Hempstead Road near Costco, will soon head over to Fruitville Pike Shopping Center, previously occupied by H.H. Gregg. No specific details on exactly when the move will happen, but the officials told the paper the move would be complete within the next 12 months. This would put Best Buy across the street from the brand new shops at Belmont. The radio station WIOV is planning a public service next week to honor their friend and co-worker Jerry Murphy. We told you last week that Murphy, co-host of the morning talk show Casey and Murph, was found dead in his East Lampeter Township home. The celebration will be held on Monday at Calvary Church on Landis Valley Road in Lancaster starting at 7 p.m. The service will be open to the public. In lieu of flowers, the family asks that donations be sent to the 521 Club, a place for people recovering from substance abuse. Murphy was sober for nearly 3 decades when he passed away unexpectedly. A live stream of the service will be available on WIOV's website. Well, there's still plenty of local news coming your way on the Early Report.
Police and EMS calls are at an all-time high in Lancaster County. I'm John Buffon, and tonight we'll go over some of the contributing factors.
Plus, it's time to get your mint on. The famous Shamrock Shake is back at McDonald's. And later in sports, it was win or go home for the Conestoga Valley boys basketball team. Brian Kath will tell us if they kept the season alive. Emergency dispatch calls are going up every year in Lancaster County. In fact, they're at an all-time decade high. News 11's John Buffon spoke with first responders who say it's mainly due to a mixture of social and technological factors.
The Lancaster County Emergency Report shows that 2017 had some of the highest police and EMS calls in over a decade. The Ephrata Police Department was the 4th busiest law enforcement agency in the county last year, something Chief Bill Harvey says doesn't necessarily reflect the people that live in his jurisdiction.
When you look at the hospital, the schools, all the businesses, doctors' offices, where people who do not live here influx during the daytime, that gives us a great boost in our population. So when people look at calls for service, they say, well, that's an awful lot of calls for this many people living here. Well, no, we really sometimes may almost could probably 25–30% increase our population just by the change of the clock.
Chief Harvey also credits the advancement of technology as a contributing factor to consistently rising calls.
And all of these other social media outlets were basically unheard of. So these things have added to a lot of these calls for service. We're doing a lot of non-traditional responses for calls for services. They're not the typical, burglary, theft, assault.
EMS dispatches were also the highest since 2007. Ephrata Ambulance President Les Marcel believes the drug crisis plays a huge part in the numbers increase.
Obviously, if our numbers are down, but drug overdoses are even to the prior year, that in itself is an increase. The perception here is we had higher overdose numbers earlier in the year last year, and they kind of tailored toward the end of the year to a lower number.
Marcel also says with the increase of calls come an increase in Narcan use, which means more dangerous situations for EMS workers.
Some of our EMTs here at Ephrata, I know a bunch of EMTs around the county, are now wearing ballistic armor such as a police officer might wear. Not so much that we're afraid we're going to be shot, but maybe kicked, punched, stabbed, bitten, something along that line, because they can act out after the Narcan administration.
Reporting in Ephrata, John Buffone, News 11.
Marcel also said the increased use of fentanyl is forcing EMS workers to take precautions like doubling up on gloves to prevent skin absorption, which can lead to cardiac arrest. Black Forest Brewery in Ephrata is turning their happy hour into a time of giving back to those in need. Starting in March, every Wednesday and Thursday from 6 to 9, $1 from each draft beer sold will be donated to a local nonprofit for their helping hour. Each month will be dedicated to a different organization.
But I never feel like giving a $25 gift card to somebody to raffle off is enough. And my husband and I were trying to think of different ways that we could help people help their organizations in a bigger way.
To sign up a nonprofit to receive the month of donations, just head over to Black Forest's Facebook page. Any month that isn't signed up for will be given to local first responders. Well, Dave Allen will join us next with a check on your extended forecast. Plus, the competition is heating up for the Cocalico Iron Chef. We'll hear from all three competitors on their strategies for the main event. But first, here's a check on Wall Street at the closing bell. The Cocalico Iron Chef competition is just a few weeks away, and the competitors are getting ready to face off. The two-time winner Courtney Rittenauer from Courtyard Cafe in Denver will defend her title competing in the lively culinary competition against Chef Louis Chabot from Bent Creek in Lidditz and Dave Shirey from Piper Bell's Catering in Mount Joy. Corporate event sponsors and local food purveyors will supply many of the fresh ingredients, some of which will be a mystery to the chefs until the start of the competition.
I saw this as a challenge of something I've never done, so it's sort of like a bucket list chef thing that I'm doing here.
But there's only 40 minutes to create what we need to. We don't know the ingredients, so I think that'll be the most exciting part.
I'm really excited. I like Mediterranean cooking, so I think it'll be really fun to see what flavors we get to play with, and yeah, I'm excited and anxious.
The 12th annual Cocalico Iron Chef competition is set for Sunday, March 4th at the Cocalico High School from 1 to 5. Tickets can be purchased at the door. And don't forget to register to win in our latest contest for the Cocalico Iron Chef. We're giving away 2 pairs of tickets to the event on Sunday, March 4th. To enter to win, log on to our website, brctv11.com, and click on the Iron Chef banner. We'll announce the 2 winners on Monday, February 26th. So from inside the kitchen to outside with baseball.
Hey, Holly, weather's so nice. Feels like spring training. Always a lot of fun. Some news on which Barnstormer favorite has re-signed with the team today. Plus, we'll check in with former Manheim Central grad Taylor Funk, setting a college basketball record at St. Joe's University. Those details next in sports, right after the break.
Fans of the iconic McDonald's Shamrock Shake are in luck. The vanilla soft serve ice cream blended with McDonald's Shamrock Shake syrup has made its yearly return to the McDonald's menu. McDonald's has not yet released exactly how long the limited edition shake will be available, but if you want to get the most out of it, you can download the Shamrock Shake Finder app, which locates participating McDonald's that sell the minty green treat. I had mine yesterday.
So the one in Ephrata does sell it?
It does.
Okay.
It does, and I was so excited about it. I'm going to have to go get another one soon.
Yeah,
They're my favorite.
I can't, Holly.
Yeah.
I'm watching my figure.
Right.
Sports Talk tonight, you asked me, what are you going to do for an hour and a half? We have a lot to talk about. 14 brackets of District 3 wrestling, all the normal sports topics before that. It's going to be great. 7 o'clock tonight.
Tune in. I'm Holly Hare.
I'm Brian Cass. We'll see you then.